Wonderful!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is the new year. It is 2018, or as you've heard on most radio stations, 2018, the year of the good bit. This is 2018, and it is the very first, the inaugural, the very first annual Good Bit Awards. It's an award show, ladies and gentlemen. Play the fancy music, listen to the audience cheer, because everybody, the best of the best, is going to get rewarded here on the Good Bit Awards 2017.
Rachel Keeler just started following me in 2018. I've known you for half a year, Rachel. Come on.
Rachel Keeler's been following me for a long time.
No, she's not been following me.
Yeah, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen, with the Good Bit Awards. My name is Chris Moffat. I will be your host, the face that runs the place in 2018, not only 2017. And I'm joined one more again by my boy, Di Beethoven, Ewan Ferguson.
What did you say there?
What?
You said I'm joined one more again.
One more again. Like again, but one more time.
One more again.
One more again. It's a Tennessee thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm joined one more again by the only person in the world who looks better than me in a suit, Ewan Ferguson.
Oh, that was a nice compliment.
Yeah.
I loved your intro there. I have heard that on the radio stations.
Cruising down the streets, driving home for Christmas, she went, "Do you know what? That rings a bell." Yeah. What they're saying, 2018 will be the year of the good bit, because lots more stuff is happening, not only here on YouTube, oh gee, I've just fucked already, not only here on iTunes and Podomatic and on the podcast stuff. Hopefully within the next year we'll have a website going, thegoodbitpodcast.com. It's in the works, ladies and gents, it's in the works. God knows how long it will take me to make. Not that I've got anything else to do in my life in the next 4 months.
I can't think of anything.
No, me neither. So that's in the books. A Patreon account being set up finally, which will be good, and back on YouTube, hopefully full time. Getting a few more viewers on there that could get some more ears and some more eyes on the podcast. That'd be handy. So look on YouTube, CM42 TV. Lots of like going back to the movie and wrestling stuff, obviously, but I want to do more like podcast related videos, Q&As, exclusives, video versions of the episodes, things like that. So that's the plan. Whether it happens or not is out of my control. It's all about if I actually do it or not. My laziness meter. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, how have you been? This is the new year, first episode of 2018.
Yeah.
Did you have a very Merry Christmas?
Not the merriest.
What? Why? What happened?
My uncle died.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought that.
But I'm okay with things like that.
Yeah. But in terms of Christmas Day, it was okay.
Christmas Day was it was okay. It was okay.
Yeah.
It's just been quiet really. Yeah.
Was Santa good to you?
Yeah, Santa was good.
Yeah.
Santa was good. That was fun.
He is a nice guy.
Yeah, he is a good guy.
He brought a lot of nice stuff for me.
Yeah.
I was telling you a minute ago, like the presents I received, and I got all 3 Back to the Future films on Blu-ray Steelbook, which is a nice wee addition. Yeah. But I opened part 3 first, right? So I was like, what the hell? I thought it was just Back to the Future, but then I saw part 3, and then I looked over at like my other presents, and there was like 2 more DVDs exactly shaped the same way and the same paper. And I was like, I wonder. I'm just glad it wasn't like 2 random sequels that just got ramped up. Jurassic Park 4, Jaws 2, and Back to the Future 3. But it wasn't. It was all 3. The trilogy that defines time. And speaking of trilogies, I also got the Rush Hour trilogy from Santa, which is from my sister Rachel, which is a big deal. 3 of my favourite films of all time, which gave me the idea in the new year to do a Rush Hour episode.
Yeah.
Because we did the High School Musical one, episode 30. It's the new year. You're not going to catch a singing star or something new yet. If you want to, episode 30 is the place to go. Yeah. Where we showed that it was possible that we could do a full episode just based on 3 films. So I thought, Back to the Future, Rush Hour, Spider-Man, Batman, all these like specific genres of films. Just do them on the separate episodes. So that's coming in the new year. But let's talk about 2017 and the best of the good bit in 2017. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out the sort of minor awards first, see who won, and then the awards that are still live on Twitter as we record this, that finish in a couple of hours, I'm going to read last. Because they're the main awards. For example, best film, best wrestling match, and best episode. They're the ones that get, the most buzz and stuff. And so we'll just start off straight away. So I'll read you the nominees. We had lots of nice votes. I thought this was like a genius idea. I thought like having the awards on the Good Bit Twitter would give the Good Bits Twitter lots of new followers, because like, oh, this account does awards and polls and stuff. Not really. We got a nice number of votes, but still like not many followers, which is fine. It's no big deal. But I thought this was going to be the launching pad. Sadly not. But our first award is one very close to my heart: musical performance of the year.
Oh.
Out of all the episodes of The Good Bit, there was, how many episodes was there in 2017? 14 episodes. We had many nice performances on of musical talent, singing wise.
Oh, you mean of guest hosts?
Of people singing, yeah.
Right.
We had so many, I had to make a separate award. And I'm going to read you the 4 nominees.
Okay.
We have myself and my sister Rachel singing Stand By Me in episode 22 at the Hard Rock Hotel. We have Ali Bali B singing Nickelback, Ewan Ferguson singing You Are the Music in Me, and we also have the Christmas songs that we sang on the Christmas special.
Oh, of course,
because I was reading out Christmas songs, and every song I sang, we had a wee verse to sing.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win? Or what do you think is going to win?
Well, I know for a fact that I put my heart and soul into my performance. I know for a fact. Whether I win or not, no.
It's quite biased that you're on the panel here.
Yeah. But no, I would say maybe the Christmas ones, because I am in that as well. But that's like there's more of us in it, and then
true.
Because there was the 4 of us singing.
Yeah.
So, and it's Christmas, and we love Christmas. So either that or, you.
Me and Rachel. I had a tweet saying, because I put up a best bits episode, best moments of 2017, which I really enjoyed doing. Actually, I think it was really nice going through all the episodes and stuff. It was really funny, and seeing how bonkers the show actually is. Because it's fine. We're going to talk about this, and then we go off in tangents. Putting all the tangents together was quite surreal, which was quite good. So I recommend, if you've never listened to an episode before and you're starting with this one, maybe listen to that one first. Yeah, and I got like, why did you not have any clips from the Christmas episode in the best moments? It's because I wanted people to listen to the best moments episode throughout the year. I didn't want them to be having to listen to the best moments episode in July and then hear us singing Last Christmas by Wham.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's why. Even that was one of my favourite episodes we did, actually. The Christmas one.
Christmas one was fun.
Just fun, just chilled. In 4th place, with 10% of the votes, was Ali Bali B singing Nickelback from episode 17. In 3rd place, with 20% of the votes, the Christmas songs.
Ooh.
Controversial. And in 1st place, obviously if I read 2nd place then you'd know, the winner, with 40% of the votes, is You Are the Music in Me.
Oh,
yeah, from episode number 30, High School Musical, you enclosed the show by singing the entire song of You Are the Music in Me from High School Musical 2. Yeah.
I did. Well, I put my heart and soul into it, guys. What can I say? And
here's your award. Here's your trophy.
Oh, thank you so much. I'd like to thank the Academy. No.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody who voted for that one. Chris and Rachel singing Stand By Me. 30% of the votes. I know that's Rachel and all of her friends. But you came in 2nd, so no big deal. So that was good.
Tough competition.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll have some more sing-songs in 2018.
Definitely. I'll give you one right now. Kind of.
I was like, oh, take note for the award show later this year. Next up, Skunk Bag of the Year. Now the original, please excuse my French, ladies and gentlemen, but the original name was Cunt of the Year. I thought we can't have that as like a name. So I was trying to think of like funny movie insults, you know.
Okay, Skunk Bag.
Skunk Bag comes from Drake and Josh. See, I know, you're probably not the wrong person.
Amish.
But yeah, they used to go, oh, that skunk bag, which was like the worst thing you could call someone in Drake and Josh. So it's Skunk Bag of the Year. This one was surreal because there was lots of different nominations, but one particular nomination won by an absolute landslide. So much so that the 3 other participants all received the same amount of votes. So David Flair, episode 25 about WCW, the wrestling, he got 6% of the votes. The film Alien Covenant, which I hated, got 6% of the votes. Dane DeHaan, my least favourite actor, got 6% of the votes. And the winner of Scumbag of the Year, with 80% of the votes, Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
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 I'm sure Ross Martin.
That was Ross Martin and all his pals, that one. Ross Martin... Many of the people that have been on The Good Bit, I have agreed with Ross Martin.
Just in some math here, that can't be right. It should be 82% of the vote. But still, fucking hell. Everybody hates Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah, I don't like him either. I just thought maybe like he would be one of the people. I thought he'd probably win, but I thought it would be like between him and Dane DeHaan maybe.
Yeah.
But people seem to like Dane DeHaan for some fucking reason.
Yeah, I like Dane DeHaan.
Not a fan.
And actually, the first film I watched with Jesse Eisenberg, I think was Zombieland, which is a good film.
Yeah.
So I don't have this hatred for him, I suppose.
I mean, I don't hate him. It's just
I'm indifferent to him.
yeah.
Ross Martin hates him.
He's got a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, Batman vs Superman, horrible performance. The Social Network, which should have been a fucking amazing film because it got Justin Timberlake in it.
Yeah.
Terrible. He's playing fucking Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg. Yeah, so Jesse Eisenberg wins Scumbag of the Year 2017, ladies and gents.
Nice.
Next, let's bring some cheer into the world with the Good Bit Appreciation Award. All of the people who really brought a lot of wonderfulness into our lives on the Good Bit in 2017. We have Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, lots of cheer.
Yeah.
Kenny Ortega, the director of High School Musical.
Yeah.
Richard Harris, the original Dumbledore.
Yeah.
We could have did the big Harry Potter episode this year. And my favourite of them all was Victor from the Hard Rock Hotel. Because when we were staying in Tenerife at the Hard Rock Hotel, there was like a concierge called Victor. Mm-hmm. First of all, Victor. And he just was so cheerful. He'd just walk about and then like he'd always be like, you need to see him. No one always, like me and Rachel talked about him at length on episode 22. I'm good with the numbers, I don't know how, but and he was just always so cheery, always good morning, how are you, that sort of thing. And he'd always be, I know it's incredibly racist, but and like we had an Xbox in the room and it wasn't set up, so he came in and he fixed the Xbox for us. He was like, we got the Xbox, yeah. Like things like that. You're like one of my favourite people. One of the first nights we had room service delivered because we arrived so late we missed dinner, so he brings in the pizzas. And he goes, is that it? Is that it? No drinks? No drinks? Looks back at the thing and sees 2 beer bottles. And he's like, no. Went and got the beer bottles. He's like, here we go, party time. So, Victor from the Hard Rock, you were my favourite. But sadly, did you win? Let's find out. 4th place with 23% of the votes is Kenny Ortega from High School Musical, director of High School Musical.
But I don't know if... Because it just said Kenny Ortega, didn't it?
Yeah, people might not know who he is.
Yeah,
I know. But you only allowed like 30 characters.
It was the same. I voted in this one, but I voted Richard Harris by accident, and Leanne voted Kenny Ortega, and then I went, right, okay. No, Leanne voted Kenny Ortega by accident.
And you voted Richard Harris.
And so then I voted Richard Harris because I would vote for Kenny Ortega.
Yeah,
she wanted
so you kind of maxed it up a little bit.
Evened it out. But at first I was like, when I first seen it, I was like, who are they? And I went off, but Kenny Ortega, that's High School Musical guy, and then Richard Harris, Dumbledore. But it took me a second to figure it out. So for someone that maybe doesn't watch films as much or whatever,
may not recognise the name.
Yeah.
Because when Zac Efron was recently on Graham Norton, he was telling a story about Michael Jackson. Did you see it?
I haven't seen it, but I know what he
was basically saying that Michael Jackson liked High School Musical.
Yeah.
And it's like, I love your work, and Zac Efron was like, what? You know who I am?
Yeah.
Like, just brilliant. And he said when he was telling the story, he was talking about Kenny Ortega, and then he had to kind of go, El Director. Do you know what I mean? Had to kind of tell us who it was, because I guess he hasn't done much in a while, but he's a legend in our eyes. We did a whole episode about his films. So he came in 4th place, sadly. 3rd place was Gal Gadot with 23%. Although very beautiful, she did appear in Wonder Woman and Justice League. So she kind of had the advantage that she appeared more times this year. you know. But she came third. Second place was Victor from the Hard Rock, which means the 2017 Good Bit Appreciation Award with 31% of the vote is Richard Harris.
Dumbledore.
Yeah, basically the story behind that is we did a 2-part Harry Potter episode, and we're talking about how Richard Harris meant a lot to the panel because he was like Dumbledore, and then Richard Harris sadly passed away.
Yeah.
So it had to be recast with a man called Michael Gambon,
Yeah.
who was nice, but just wasn't as good. Dumbledore was never
do you know,
the same.
I was listening to that and I was thinking, well, I don't necessarily agree with that, but...
Oh, do you prefer Michael Gambon?
Well, just because I know him better, but all the girls that we're talking about the film have read all the books.
Yeah, and like they started really young.
Yeah.
You know, I don't...
And they're older. So they grew up with...
It's different to me.
Grew up with it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's different to me because I was a late Harry Potter watcher. So, although I did notice the difference between the two actors, he was still just Dumbledore. You know what I mean? So
yeah, exactly.
Richard Harris was Dumbledore for 2 years of someone's life, where he was just a week of mine.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because I watched him within a week. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of the same because I just watched him and then he was only Dumbledore twice. Like you say, he was Dumbledore twice, whereas Michael Gambon had the rest of the...
Yeah, of course. I don't know who's better. I'm sure Richard, if you looked at the performances bit by bit, I'm sure you'd see a better performance. But all I'm saying is Richard Harris is beloved more by like diehard fans.
I suppose, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
So that's why he won Appreciation Award. So congratulations, Richard. You are the best one with the beard. So congratulations. Next up is a smaller award. It is the Good Bit segment of the year. I was struggling with trying to find nominations for this because we do lots of little segments.
Yeah.
Never really like sort of this episode's all about this, you know.
Yeah.
So the nominations were the mailbag, the Q&As,
Yep.
the sibling challenge that myself and my sister did on episode 22, nicknames, everyone gets a nickname on the show, and of course the Misery Corner, starring my good friend Ewan here.
Yes.
Fourth place was nicknames with 10%. Third place, the mailbag, which was a surprising one. I thought that might win it at 20%. 30% of the votes for number 2 with the sibling challenge, and the Good Bit segment of the year with 40% is the Misery Corner. So there you go.
Well, for something that's so does not do what it's like. Ian called me out on it in episode
28.
28. In the Thor Ragnarok episode.
It's sad, isn't it, that I know it was not.
And he basically just told me that my Misery Corner was shite. And so, I know.
Did you hear that in the best of episode? He's
Yeah.
like, you're a shite agony aunt.
You're a shite agony aunt.
It's nice when we come on though.
Thanks. Yeah, but didn't have to hurt anyone's feelings. You know?
Yeah. Before we get to the main awards, let's talk about 2017 for a bit.
Yeah.
As a whole, do you have any favourite moments from 2017? Both. Let's just do this. Movie-wise, like any good movie experiences.
Okay.
Life, and on the podcast.
Movie experiences.
I should probably say that in the next episode we're going to do is our top 10. So any real stories, I suppose, we could say for then.
What happened at the start of the year?
Romeo and Juliet.
That was a highlight.
Yeah, we did a show in January, an immersive theatre show called Romeo and Juliet Remixed.
Yeah.
We told the story of Romeo and Juliet throughout an entire theatre.
Yeah.
Which is good fun.
Yeah.
And then we did Road.
Yeah.
By Jim Cartwright. We were both playing the same characters, which was bizarre.
Because we're not...
Because we're so different in terms of acting styles and...
Yeah, that was a strange one, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But it was fun.
I had a blast in that show.
Yeah, we did.
Great time.
We did. Well.
Yeah, what else did we do this year? We did a show called The Libertine.
Yeah.
In December at SWG.
We've done 3 shows last year.
I did 4 at Measure for Measure as well.
So you did.
Jesus.
I did 4. I went to London.
That's right, yeah. That's a highlight for you.
Oh yeah, went to London for the first time.
One of my favourite moments of the podcast last year was your story about it was like a Misery Corner thing.
Yeah.
There was a wee boy noising you up, and then his sister was like, "Why do you intend of?"
Like Billy.
Yeah,
that was
hilarious.
Enough. Come on. Yeah, going to London. That was my first time. I seen John Boyega in a show in London. That was class. I don't know. There's lots of things. Movie wise, I'll save that for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just lots of moments. What about you?
I had a good year. I have to say, 2017 was a great year. Of course, you have some down moments, but you're not going to get through a year without any fucking hiccups, whatever. But 2017 was massive for me because I checked off numerous things off my bucket list.
Yeah.
Right. I went to New York, which is the biggest thing for me.
Yeah. It was recently.
Yeah, December for my mum's birthday. Luckily, we had some time off college after the show.
Yeah.
I was stressing that like they were going to hate me, that I'm missing all this quality time. It didn't even matter.
No.
I didn't even need to make a big deal about it.
No.
Yeah, no, I had a good time.
You did miss a show.
I did miss one show that I wasn't in.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But you were in it, but then it wasn't like anything important.
I had a part in this show where I was, my name was called out in the script, and I stood up from the chair and walked out the stage and like shook someone's hand.
Yeah.
And sat back down. And that was the only thing I did in the show.
And I clapped.
And you clapped for me.
Mr. Etheridge.
So the idea, I was playing George Etheridge. If anybody's heard of George Etheridge, he's a writer from the 16th century, 17th century.
Yeah.
And basically we just said, I'm going to miss this show because I'm going to go to New York. Why not? Mm-hmm. And I really shouldn't have done it, but we booked it in January, right? So it was as if it was like planning ahead. Might not even be there. So I was like, fuck, we'll just book it. And luckily it was okay. We could just take me out of it straight away. It was no big deal. But fucking New York was mental. Bucket list moments, like I went to Madison Square Garden, which is like the birthplace of WWE in a sense. Like a dream of mine was just to go in, stand there on the floor, and just kind of look about for a bit. And I did that in a day. Do you know what I mean? Like I thought maybe I'm gonna have to go to a show to do that. Yeah. I did it was like a tour thing. We got this like ticket. You could do like 3 main attractions in New York for a certain price. Great deal. So we did at the top of the Rockefeller Center. We went to the top of the Rockefeller Center. Looked over New York City at night time. Only issue with that was it was the first day we were there, so I had like 3 hours sleep for 40 hours. Yeah, I was so tired I can hardly remember it. So I would have loved to have done it again, but it was part of the deal. So I didn't want to have to pay extra for it. And then there was Madison Square Garden tour. And I think the other one was the bus tour around downtown New York. Because in New York, you walk everywhere. Yeah. Everything's in the one sort of area. If you're going to drive places, you need to go through the traffic, and you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So like walking to Central Park was a highlight because there was a beautiful walk. It was a lovely day. There was like snow on the trees and stuff. And obviously I'm thinking movie-wise, like this is where they did Home Alone 2. This is where they did Elf. Yeah. So I was like, this is brilliant. And walking about Central Park was a highlight, but I guess that wasn't part of the deal because you could just like walking about looking at trees. Yeah. So we did a bus tour of a part of New York that you didn't really get to see because it was kind of like out of the reach of everything. Like you go to Times Square and these big buildings and stuff, but downtown New York, like Chinatown and things like that, you didn't really get a chance to see unless you went there specifically. Yeah. So that was really cool. There was like you had earphones and someone like talked into your ears and told you what everything was. So we did one on the way there, one on the way back. One on the way there, the guy put everybody to sleep. It was so boring. And the way back, the guy was so entertaining. Yeah. So it was like a nice wee sort of contrast. It was funny. It was like, this guy's much better at his job than guy 1. So that was fun. I went to a shop called Century 21, big warehouse place that have like good brand things for cheap prices. So I bought like a nice jacket that was $170 down to $70, like £100 off a jacket. It was mental. Nice. Nice. So I got that. My mum got a bag, Calvin Klein bag. I got some nice t-shirts and stuff. I spent all my money there, which I shouldn't have done because then on the last day when I was buying like Christmas presents for people, like Secret Santa, I got my Secret Santa shop glass exclusively from Times Square. Yeah. And I was like, I have no money left to buy anything, so I couldn't buy anything for myself. So other than stuff I bought in Century 21. So I got no like souvenirs really. Yeah. I just bought nice clothes.
I always feel like if I went to New York, I would know how to get about purely because of GTA.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I wasn't a GTA guy.
Were you not?
No. Actually, I'm not a game guy.
I feel same if I went to LA. Hollywood. I know my way about because of GTA.
San Andreas is Hollywood?
San Andreas.
And what is
5.
Okay, and what's New York?
Los Santos.
Big City or Liberty City?
Liberty City.
Yeah.
Is New York. I reckon I'd know my way about. Roughly.
It's very confusing. Like I thought, New York, everything's going to be in one place, but everything kind of looks similar. And the one thing I was amazed about, there was so many Starbucks, right?
Really?
But hardly any that you could sit in. There's lots of like wee bars of Starbucks, right? So our apartment was say 3/4 of a mile from Times Square, right? So when you were out, you were kind of out for the day, right? No, obviously that's what you wanted. I didn't want to like stay in the hotel room the whole time. Like you couldn't really go for a break in your hotel room. So unless you wanted to walk all the way back, so we were walking about. Like the second day we were there, it snowed, which was amazing. Like snowing in Times Square, it was just beautiful. But then after a while, we've been walking about the snow. Your feet are wet, and you kind of just want to go for a break.
Yeah.
You couldn't really go back unless you really had to walk all the way back. So like, we walked for about an hour trying to find, because all the Starbucks were busy because people were trying to get inside because of the snow, and it was like maybe 3 or 4 in the whole of Times Square that you could sit in. So it was like you're standing next to like some fat guy, you know, at a bar, a takeaway bar that's like a phone booth selling coffee. You're just roasting and stuff. So those sort of things, I was like, I don't like this. There was some things I didn't like about it, but most things I was like, I could live here.
Yeah,
it's so busy and everything was always on and open. Like Times Square is an experience, right? And I can't believe that people live there, right? Yeah, it's like a destination to go to. It seems silly, but like, obviously people just walk through Times Square every day to go to work or go visit their mum or whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas when I went there, I was just like looking about, like, what is this? But there's no lights. It's all billboards lighting you up, and it's just bizarre. Like you have to go at some point.
Yeah, New York's one of my places I would love to go to.
It's just wanted to like sort of stand there and kind of take it all in, but it's hard to because it's so busy.
You can't really stop and take it all in.
Yeah. First night we kind of like walked about and tried to get our bearings and stuff, and they do the Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon.
Oh yeah.
Right next to Radio City, and it was so busy there because people were trying to get in to see it.
Yeah, because it's like you just
go in. Yeah.
You just turn up. Yeah.
Because it's a TV show, and like trying to fight your way through the people. I wasn't trying to go in, I just wanted to get past. It was so busy. Ridiculous. Now of course it's Christmas time, so maybe more people are there for shopping and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Times Square was a highlight, Central Park was a highlight. Then I saw School of Rock on Broadway.
I was going to ask you.
Oh my days. Like we go see shows in theatres here and they're great, but this is another level.
Yeah.
Everything. Lights, sound, acting I didn't even take notice of because everything was so big.
Yeah.
You know, audience participation, it's so American.
Yeah.
Like, so if someone says something about black rights or women rights or something, it's like, yeah! From like the front row. People are standing up. Like, was the people standing up going, yeah! So American. Like, you would never find that here.
Yeah, someone was on Graham Norton talking about that. I think it was Rachel Weisz or whatever her name was. Weisz. Rachel Weisz. Daniel Craig's wife.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. And she was talking about doing a show in London and a show in New York,
and the audiences were
were different. How the audiences were different, and in New York. So here and in London, obviously, even if there's someone famous in the show, like you see the show and then at the end you're like, oh, blah blah blah. They maybe come forward and have their own bigger or whatever, bigger clap, whatever. In New York, when a famous person comes onto the stage for the first time, round of applause.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He's here.
Yeah, so she was talking about doing a show with Daniel Craig, and like Rachel Weisz is quite like big,
which is big here, you know.
But she is American, so
is she? I didn't know that.
Is she? No, she's not. She's English.
I don't know.
She might be English, but she's been on. And she came on, and everyone were like, oh, and then Daniel Craig came on, and everyone was like, wow. Yeah. But I would hate that. I think if I'm going to see a serious show, and the audience are shut up. Especially if it's like a serious bit. It was like, wow.
There's like something. There's like I can't remember her name, the character's name. There's like a sort of like black girl who's got a really powerful voice. And she just starts singing, and as soon as she starts singing, people would cheer. Yeah. And it's just bizarre. Like I mean, she was great. You know.
But yeah.
But School of Rock was just fucking brilliant. Like the main actor was ill, so his understudy took the part. I was like, oh fuck.
Oh really?
But he was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So good. Like the songs were so good. Like I'd never seen the musical. I'd seen the film twice in my life, not in years. So I didn't really know the songs or anything. By the end of the show, I knew the songs because it was so good, so catchy, and like the lights. There's something about I like lights, right? I don't know why. Yeah. Maybe it's wrestling that got that into me.
Maybe.
Whereas like it was like Battle of the Bands for this, you know, School of Rock, and like the stage is turning round. And they're there playing like the live music stuff. Like the kids are really playing the music. Like that's what they say at the start. Like the kids are actually playing the instruments and actually singing. And like the lights are like up in your face and they're flashing and stuff. And it's like, it was like, this is the biggest show I've ever seen. It was at the Winter Gardens Theatre, which is across the street from the Broadway Theatre.
Right.
So it was fucking bonkers. Experience of like theatre life, you know.
Yeah, it was kind of the same for me in London. Like, I don't know how it is on Broadway or whatever, but like in London at the West End, there's something on like literally every corner. A show, like there's Matilda, Our Ladies, which is a Scottish thing.
Yeah,
that was on and like there's something everywhere.
Yeah,
Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Like, I just remember walking past like, wow, there's so much on here, and back home there's nothing. I know it's not the same kind of shows,
of course.
Obviously, because we only really have like the Kings and the Theatre Royal that do shows like that, like big musical sort of things. But that's all it was in London, you know, and some serious shows on in some places.
Yeah. Obviously, there's going to be theatres that just do plays and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, like the Winter Garden ones and the Broadway ones and Radio City, they're going to do the big musicals and stuff. Like Radio City, they have like a Christmas show that we were going to go see, and it's just like line dances and stuff to Christmas tunes.
Yeah.
Which would have been great and Christmassy.
Yeah.
But it was between that, The Lion King, and School of Rock, and ultimately we chose I don't know why we just chose School of Rock.
Lion King's good as well.
I know, but my dad had never seen The Lion King, and he wanted to wait to watch the film first.
Why?
I don't know. But I was like, I don't care after watching that. School of Rock. So next time it comes to Glasgow, we will go. I'll go again. It's so good.
It was here, or no?
It was in London. It was different touring because it was like on Michael McIntyre's big show. Now like they have something.
Yeah, I think it might have been in London when I was there.
But I can't recommend it.
It was on in London when I was there.
Yeah.
So it was on in summer at some point, I think. I think that's when it was on.
I can't recommend it enough. It was so good. Better than the film.
Really?
Yeah. So if you ever see it anywhere, New York, wherever you're from, London, go check it out. It's great. And then Madison Square Garden was like my main thing because that's like birthplace of WrestleMania and stuff.
Yeah.
And we had like a tour. There was a guy who was like, if you think of an American in your head, funny voice, weird walk, old guy, very eccentric, was our tour guide.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. He's like, no videos in here. Sounding like Chris Rock, right? And he's like, don't take any videos. You can take your pictures, right? That's genuinely how he spoke. So I was like, fuck that.
Wait, you can take pictures, but not
no videos. No, but I took videos anyway.
Obviously.
So
how
like,
they know?
I know. Like I was like that, like filming like the stadium from above. He's like, you guys know it's pictures, not videos, right? I was like, right. No, I didn't get enough videos. Like I didn't want to make it obvious, but I was still taking a few wee clips and stuff. But just like when I was in the actual stadium, the arena, I was like, I was in my head, I was like, I will be back here. Like I will see a show here, whether it's wrestling or whether it's a concert or whether it's a basketball game. Like the Knicks were playing later that night.
Yeah.
And like I've always been a basketball fan, not so much now, but like I played it when I was younger.
Yeah.
There was just something cool about seeing the court there and stuff, and I was like, this is the best ever.
Yeah.
And then like they've got like historical moments on the walls. Like the first time Muhammad Ali fought there, the first time the Rangers won the Stanley Cup and all this nonsense. And then they've got like WrestleMania 1. And it's like Hulk Hogan's there, they've got Roddy Piper's boots and stuff, and it's like, look at this, it's on the wall. Yeah. I got pictures next to it and stuff. It was an experience. So that was like one of my highlights. But anyway, we rambled on about New York for far too long, but it's fine. It was an experience. Go to New York just for a holiday. I don't know how people could live there though. Fucking hell.
New York
so loud.
Must be so expensive as well.
It's so loud.
I could go. I could live there.
Yeah, me too.
Not financially, just
on the ball with everything.
Yeah.
We'll go back to our awards before we close the show. The main 3 awards. We have Wrestling Match of the Year, Film of the Year, and Episode of the Year. I'll do the wrestling one first as I get out of the road because I know you don't know it as well. But what I've done with these awards is that I split them up into different categories because there was so many options.
Yep.
And then the winners of each category would go to a final round.
Yep.
And that would be that. So let's log on to Twitter right now. Did you vote?
For the wrestling one?
Maybe not the wrestling one, but for everything.
For film?
Yeah.
Yes. For episode, yes.
So we had Wrestling Match of the Year, and I had a WWE section, an NXT section, an ICW section, and a miscellaneous section, because I thought it was split up into different companies.
Yeah.
WWE winner was John Cena versus AJ Styles from the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
NXT was Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate because they're both British, right? And it was such a beautiful match. Anyway,
okay.
Then we had the King of Insanity match from ICW from the Hydro when we were there, me and Jack Boy and Mason, in November. The one I won my ticket for.
Yeah.
That won the ICW award, and then the Young Bucks versus the Hardy Boys from ROH got no votes, but still won its thing. Got no votes in the final round.
Right.
So that came in fourth. Third place with 8% was the ICW show in Glasgow. 17% of the votes for the second place was the NXT match, the British guys, and the wrestling match of the year, John Cena versus AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble with 75% of the votes. Jesus, 75%. So, that was the rightful winner in my opinion. That was the best one. Okay, film of the year.
Oh.
This is the listeners and followers pick. This is not my pick. It may be. This is not your pick. Maybe. Mm-hmm. But we'll do that on the next episode. We'll do a top 10 films when we're joined by two very attractive people.
Yeah.
Aaron Dockerdon, Sexy Nipsley and McMaster.
Yep.
And we'll count down our top 10. But in terms of the awards, in fourth place, Manchester by the Sea.
Fourth place.
Fourth place. With 0% of the votes.
Oh, really?
No one voted for it.
Interesting.
In third place, with 21%, Baby Driver.
Okay.
Oh dear. In first and second place, the winner, the 2017 Good Bit Film of the Year with 40%.
First and second?
Yeah.
Joint?
Well, no, but if I read it the second one, you'll know who the first one is.
Sorry, first.
So
sorry.
2017 Good Bit Film of the Year with 43% of the votes, Logan.
Okay.
And Star Wars The Last Jedi was number 2 with 36% of the votes. So it was very close between Star Wars and Logan. But Logan won, which I was surprised about. I thought if it was going to win, if any of those films were going to win, Logan would come fourth. I thought Logan was fucking brilliant. But of those films, I thought in terms of what people will vote for.
Out of those films, Logan's my favourite.
Really?
Yeah.
So Logan won Film of the Year. Congratulations.
Out of those films, Logan's my favourite, but then I would have put Manchester by the Sea second, Baby Driver third, and Star Wars fourth. But I did like Star Wars, I think. I'm still debating about it.
I can't wait to do this top 10. It's so interesting to compare the list and stuff, because I've just got a feeling that Aaron... Oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, he's gonna have a weird list. I'm
not gonna put words in his mouth because he's seen some weird films.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, whereas we have seen more.
Commercial.
Yeah. Okay, and then the biggest one for me, Good Bit Episode of the Year. What did we do the best this year?
Ooh.
And it's a very, very, very close one, right? So in fourth place with 11% was episode 19, our first episode about the wrestling, which I remember you listening to.
Yeah.
As not a wrestling fan, but still was entertained by it.
I used to watch wrestling when I was younger, but
yeah.
I haven't for a long time, so I don't really know. Even when I watched it when I was younger, I wasn't that big into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that episode when I listened to it, and I was like, it's make me want to go and watch wrestling.
It's so bizarre. Like me, Fraser Puddin, Mason with no nickname, and Jack Boy Chicken Gordo. We sat around the table for the very first time that we'd ever talked about wrestling at length, and it was like we had no script. We just spoke about wrestling for an hour, and it was so fast paced and so and it was so funny, and that was one of my favourite ones of the whole year. Came fourth place, so I was happy it was on there. Third place with 12% of the votes was episode 31, the Christmas special.
Oh, Christmas special.
Yeah.
Nice.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah. It was like a nice way to close the year. We had Sophie McLean on.
Yeah, she was so excited.
Yeah, first time she'd on the podcast. Ali Bali B was on.
She was so excited but so nervous because you told her this was like her audition. She was like,
I was like, open audition for full-time female co-host. Which isn't the case, but maybe she'll be back at some point. She did really well.
She did, yeah. She did.
I think I love Sophie. Well. And then the other two episodes that were up for this award was episode 20, Baby Driver, and the 2-part Harry Potter edition.
I see. As that was up as one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought might as well. And the winner with 44%, as expected, Harry Potter.
Nice.
Yeah, got the most listens out of the whole year.
Nice.
Part 1 did alone, which is great. So the most listens was the Harry Potter episode, which was great because it was a good episode, and I know a lot of people who don't listen to every episode. I don't expect everybody to listen to every episode unless you're a big fan or whatever. But I know people who definitely don't listen to every episode who listened to that one and said, that was great, I'll be back next month doing more of this sort of thing. And we will in the new year.
Yeah.
It's going to be good fun. I have a lot of things in mind, as I said earlier on. going into 2018. But I want to thank every single person who voted on Twitter. That's Twitter at The Good Bit Pod, for all the awards and stuff, making this whole thing possible. I had an absolute blast doing this because I felt as if I was like in charge of a big organisation.
Yeah.
I was like, vote now, even though we're only getting like 7 minute votes, like 19 votes, whatever. Still, it was good. And we got like people voting like landslides, like Jesse Eisenberg, and there was lots of debating on like best film and stuff. So yeah, there you go. There's the results. Your 2017 Good Bit episode of the year.
I think they were decent.
Fair, yeah.
Fair. Yeah.
Best episode Harry Potter. Best film Logan, and best wrestling match was AJ versus Cena. So it was a good. They're the main three. So
yep. It
was a good roundup. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for talking to me about New York.
That's okay.
I know you really wanted to hear about it, but it was nice.
I didn't have to. I just had to listen.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting natural with this.
But you were telling me stuff that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
So.
I'm pro now. Yeah. Don't even need to be asked.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go and chat up a couple of birds. And until next time, I've been Chris Moffat, the face that runs the place.
And I'm Di Beethoven. That's me.
Yeah. And until next time, this is the Good Bit Podcast. Recognize.